Welcome to the U.S. Military Base YouTube channel. Let's start with the latest news of the military agenda. Moscow forces reportedly almost closed the Ukrainian fighters in Bakhmut and offered no possibility of withdrawal. An advisor to the head of the Russian-backed authorities in the Donetsk region told Russian state television that fighters in Kiev retreated to the western outskirts of the eastern Ukrainian city. According to the state media outlet TASS, Ukrainian fighters are currently blockaded, almost sealed off, he said. But the Ukrainian military said Moscow had failed in capturing the city with renewed attacks. The embattled Bakhmut has been the scene of some of the most violent conflicts in Ukraine in months. Ukraine has committed to defend the city, which has long been the target of the Russian army and Wagner Group forces. Earlier this month, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky suggested that Ukraine could order a withdrawal from Bakhmut if his forces face the threat of retreat and encirclement. Zelensky, who said during his visit to Poland last week, "In this case, the right decisions will be taken by the generals there," also stated that the Russian fighters do not control the city. Making a statement about the situation in the region a few hours ago, the commander of the Ukrainian ground forces, Colonel General Oleksandr Syrsky, said that they destroyed a Russian ammunition depot in the Bakhmut region. In addition, the General Staff of the Ukrainian Armed Forces announced that about 4,500 Russian soldiers were neutralized in and around Bakhmut in the last 2 weeks. In addition, while the Russian army is struggling to find the M142 HIMARS rocket launchers, these missile systems continue to actively hit large targets behind the front, thanks to the effective work of the Ukrainian Special Operations Forces. As stated by SOF Command, this R-330ZH Zatel electronic warfare system was detected far beyond the line of contact in the Donetsk direction of eastern Ukraine. By transmitting the coordinates of the target to the artillery units, they started the attack with the M142 HIMARS. As a reminder, HIMARS uses GPS-guided GMLRS missiles. The Zatel mixing system is a worthy target. So far this is only the 7th unit of this type destroyed or damaged. Over the past month, the Russians have been particularly careless in positioning their electronic warfare systems. This March, we saw another uncamouflaged R-330ZH on flat terrain. As a result, it was found and destroyed. Other additions were made to the collection of valuables received by the Ukrainian army. Recently, Ukrainian forces eliminated 3 Tor-SAM systems from the Borisoglepsk 2 EU system, a Zoopark radar, a transport vehicle of the Buk-SAM system and the R-934 BMV station. Continuing to create wonders with the HIMARS missile system, the Ukrainian army wants to crown this success with a ground operation. British military analyst and former director of the Royal Defence Research Institute, Michael Clark, said Ukrainian authorities were preparing a counterattack. He noted that the Ukrainian command has formed about 16 new brigades of the armed forces of Ukraine for the counterattack, which will take place from 90 to 100,000 military personnel. However, Clark noted that Kiev only had a one-shot hit chance, citing the difficulties Ukraine would face in attempting a counterattack. It is not yet known in which directions of the front the counterattack will be carried out, but the analyst believes that it may begin in the south, in the direction of Zaporizhia, where Russian troops are busy building fortifications. Also, many military experts have already mentioned that there is a high probability of a counterattack in the Zaporizhia direction to cut off Russia's land corridor to Crimea. This will allow the Kiev regime to complicate the logistics of military bases in Crimea and troops stationed in the Kherson region. But if the counterattack fails, war fatigue will become more active in western Ukraine. The advantage of the Ukrainian army in this situation is that they will use only a quarter of their forces in the counterattack they will launch. Open sources indicate that the Ukrainian army will use 100,000 soldiers for the attack, but 300,000 will stand in reserve. Better still, a report published a few minutes ago shows that Ukraine's target will most certainly be Crimea. Ukraine's foreign minister said in a statement that his country would not back down from Russia's request to withdraw its forces from Crimea and other parts of Ukraine to end the war. Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba said that after the all-out war more than 13 months ago, all his country's territory should be treated equally in relations with the Kremlin. Speaking via video link at a meeting in Bucharest, Romania, Kuleba said, "We are united by the principles of the UN Charter and the common conviction that Crimea is Ukraine and will come back under Ukrainian control. Every time you hear from any corner of the world saying that Crimea is somehow special and should not be returned to Ukraine, like any part of our land, you should know one thing: Ukraine categorically disagrees with these statements." Speech at the Black Sea Security Conference. A Russian T-90A tank, last captured by the Ukrainian army in 2022, was spotted in a trailer in Louisiana, USA. The tank has either passed the survey or is expected to pass. A trailer photo of a tank released on April 13, 2023 was posted on the internet. In addition, a report of the seizure of a second T-90 surfaced late last year. This tank was a T90M Pro Reef. Oddly enough, reports of the seizure of the basic version of the T90A were not on the background of more frequent reports of the seizure of the latest version of the T90M. A Russian T-90 tank was seen being transported by a truck and trailer in Oshkosh in late February. This video may be somehow related to the photos shared earlier today. However, this is speculation and there is no clear evidence. The photo caused great controversy. Some comments were that it was a T-72, not a T-90 tank. However, the T-90A tank differs from the T-72 in one important and quite noticeable element. To the left and right of the T-90A turret is an integrated Stora-1 electro-optical active protection system. The T-72's turret lacks these two side openings. It should also be noted that the T-90A is significantly different from the T-90M. According to designers from Uralvagonzavod, the new T90M Pro Reef tank has a more powerful engine. The standard configuration of the T90 is powered by a 12-cylinder V92S2 that delivers 1,000 horsepower, while the new version of the tank gets 130 horsepower more thanks to the new 12-cylinder V92S2F engine. The basic armament hasn't really changed. Both tank modifications use a 125mm 2A46M smoothbore gun, but the T90M is a 2A46M5 model. The 2A46M5 provides new high-powered ammunition, as well as a guided missile that allows you to destroy enemy tanks at a distance of up to 5 kilometers. The secondary armament consists of a 12.7mm Cord heavy machine gun and a 7.62mm PKMT on both tanks. Therefore, it cannot be said that there is a clear difference between the two tanks. In the coming days, we will follow all the military and political developments in the world, especially the Russia-Ukraine war, for you. To be informed of developments faster, you can subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Also, if you like our video and leave a comment, you will make us feel your support. For now, I wish everyone a good day. See you soon.